What is the darkest thing you have ever done and don't regret? When I was 13, my very abusive and extremely intoxicated father was swinging at my dog trying to punch him. I pushed him down a flight of stairs, breaking every rib on his left side and punctured lung. Then I went right back to watching Dukes of Hazzard. About 5 hours later, my mom came home. She asks where Dad was. I told her he was laying on a basement floor. Why? He's intoxicated. Of course he must have fell. She went down there and screamed at him for about 20 minutes. But he was mostly unconscious. Then she called my uncle to come and help me carry him upstairs. My dog wouldn't let my uncle anywhere near the old man, despite their earlier altercation. So I had to carry him up by myself. I was a big kid. Anyone with even a tiny bit of first aid knowledge. Me from Scouts would know not to do that. I had to sling him in a blanket over my shoulder, Santa Claus style. He then spent the next 4 days getting sober enough, not sober, to go to the hospital. There he was, properly diagnosed and treated and his lung drained and reinflated while he was able to smoke. Yeah, smoke right there in his hospital bed. They did not provide alcohol on the hospital menu, so he went into withdrawal, delirium, tremors and all kept screaming, "Get the goddamned horse off of my bed." How did that horse get in here? That lasted about a week then. And I don't know how this works. The doctors refused to release him from the hospital and moved him to the psych ward. He spent 2 months or so in there being treated for addiction. During that time, no children, dogs or wives were physically, mentally or emotionally abused at our house. Not once for the first time in about 30 years. Eventually, he was discharged and much to everyone's shock and utter disbelief. He never drank again or hurt his wife or abused his children. His grandchildren absolutely worshipped him and competed for his favor. He was kind and generous and a great source of wisdom and humor for them. In time, they named their own sons after him and have his name tattooed on their flesh. Ultimately, he died of cancer, and when he did, I held him in my arms and looked him in the eyes so he wouldn't be scared or die alone. I was his primary caregiver for the last 7 years of his life, and I have zero regrets about my actions that day.